Sometimes it ain't bullshit. It just depends on what we talking about. You know?
In 2026, everything is bullshit.
It has been a lot of bullshit since 2026 has pulled up, for sure.
That's this episode, by the way. The bullshit.
The bullshit. Yeah. I'm with it.
I'm with it. And as we talking about the bullshit, do you know something that's now for bullshit? Oh, fuck.
What's a bullshit? A bullshit. When you say the ball thing, I'm gonna say a bullshit.
I need y'all to keep the energy up. Y'all kind of.
We heard that train as soon as we started talking. Yes. At least I did. There you go.
Look, ain't no such thing as halfway free. Ain't no such thing as halfway me. Cold gang, neck, whole shoulder, I'm more fleece. And I don't hang with big names, no Lil C's. Roll longer, I don't trip, we gassed up. Some rap friends be slutted out and ass up. Get your money, it's all love. But please don't compare me to niggas with 4 plugs.
What you waiting on? At this point, you already know these niggas ain't who you thought they was. You already know this game ain't what you thought it was. But you chose to be here. Make sure when it's time to talk about who the best, and who different, and who nice, and who doing something different, who pushing the culture forward, that your name on that list. Let these clowns be clowns, dog.
Look.
Speaking of bullshit, you know what's actually bullshit right now?
What?
And I'm actually bald, right?
You're all.
It's crazy that now I can write you up for sexual harassment for that.
That's insane.
So, for all of you guys out there, if anybody calls you bald, send them to jail.
That don't make no sense.
Give you a reason to sue.
This is the thing. I'm
I'm gonna actually set it up. I'm gonna go into work, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you like my hair?" And they're gonna say you're bald, and I'm gonna say thank you.
You see, this is what I mean by that's dumb. That's dumb. It does nothing. Like, I don't see the point of it being a thing because I don't see how a bald head is sexualized. So that's why for me, I'm a little confused. I could see if something like complimenting a man's stature or build was something that was written in as sexual harassment, then that makes a little bit more sense to me. And not even a little. That makes more sense in general. But this, a head being bald, I can't wrap my mind around how sexual a bald head could be. But maybe there's some things that I don't know and I didn't experience.
I mean, I'm bald, and I have yet to understand
What you be doing with your head, Dante?
I mean, you do a lot with a piece of head.
Allegedly, it's sexual harassment, so y'all obviously do something sexual with the bald head.
What did Dan say?
Oh my God. I can't believe it. Could you stop? It's insane. Not the head, put the whole head in it. And that's right there. That right there is why it's sexual harassment at its finest. Maybe I
but it's different
understand.
if somebody come up to you and say, "Let me rub on your bald head."
Yes. Now that's weird.
Sexual.
That's weird. It's definitely getting a little weird.
Yeah.
For sure.
We can admit.
Because, I mean,
weird.
if a rub on the shoulder is considered sexual harassment, depending on how the person who was rubbed took it, then I guess I could see why the bald head.
Speaking of bullshit, too, before we jump into our bullshit of the day, straight off the press. Did you see Ray J and his bullshit on social media this morning?
I actually did.
So,
did it.
Ray J, I gotta talk about this shit because I forgot all about it.
Full of shit.
He
I
was
love Ray J.
on Instagram. He was on live. And he went off on Mace and Sean because they was talking about how both of them had relationships with Brandy at the same time. Around the same time. And Sean was just basically like, you know, he always had a thing for Brandy, but he found out that Mace had her from a alleged source that they both knew that he was not gonna name, but we all knew who that person is.
Yeah.
Without saying. But he was like he was gonna get her because that was his dream girl. But Mace was the main man at the time.
Right.
But
Mace and Brandy is cute.
Mace let it go. Why? Because Mace found out that she was with Sean.
Oh.
And Brandy hit Sean like, "Who did you tell?" And so
So
Ray J
Ray J
seen it, and Ray J went off. He called them all kind of bitches, but that ain't even the funny part. That ain't the bullshit. This man gets in the camera and say, "I'ma fuck both of you niggas in the ass."
Ray J. Ray J.
From the back.
From the back is nasty.
And all you see in the comments like, "Ray J, this is rather disturbing."
No, like, Ray J, seriously, like, Relax.
And he literally was like having prison talk. Like he was really gonna fuck them
You see, Ray J
for
is
playing with his sister.
Jesus Christ.
But
Ray
then
J,
what made it even more eerie is the fact that he was groping himself in the video.
oh my God.
So everybody was disturbed.
I'm disturbed. I didn't even see it. And I'm disturbed just by hearing the story. And this is my thing. I love Ray J. Ray J is one of those like internet cousins to me. He like an internet brother almost, like the brother that can't get right, but he don't mean like to be ill. At least I hope he don't. You know what I'm saying? It's Ray J is just one of those very bullshit kind of person. But he's full of shit, but also get real shit done at the same time. So I hate sometimes when Ray J get a little too clickbaity because he's so intelligent for real.
It's like, how can I take you serious?
Yes,
right
it's
now?
like, come on, man. Now we keep trying to give you a chance.
You could really be coming to her rescue, but it's like, bro, what are you saying right now?
Exactly. Like, and
Is this confession?
and my thing is, I get how he already denounced being her brother, but then now you back in the media arguing on her behalf and then saying wild shit like that.
And you obviously said Brandy ain't gonna say nothing, but I will. Well, clearly this is why she don't want you saying shit either.
God. And Lord, catch the hint. She don't need nobody saying nothing.
And
just let it die.
In their defense, the video, they weren't like talking trash about her, and they
Yeah.
wasn't downing her. They was really just talking about the dynamic of the situation between them two,
Yeah.
like how it was just awkward.
Yeah. And let's be real, shit can get hazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just because it's your sister don't mean that shit can't get hazy. At least they didn't say nothing bad. So
Right. Neither
whatever.
one. Both of them talked about her in the most positive light.
That's funny.
So I'm like, Ray J, we ain't need that.
That's funny. Well, let's go ahead and run down what we're going to be talking about today because it's a lot on the list.
Well, we do got the Oscars going on.
Yep. And then we have the Jackson family who got a little rift going on right now about that biopic.
Yeah, a little bit of drama up there in the Jackson family. Y'all always got some drama. I
Mm-hmm.
love y'all though. Jack Harlow, he's
Yep.
finally going to his roots.
Yep. And then, or allegedly.
Allegedly.
And then we have Angela Simmons who has a new look, but also a new name.
Cardi B, good, grow, beauty.
Yeah. And then we got the WNBA players who are receiving an increase. Shout out to the Gruz.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in pieces are ahead of us. We'll let you know when we get there.
Yep. And then we have some festivals and concerts that are coming up, and we're going to go ahead and run them down too.
And Jay-Z's making a surprise appearance somewhere in the world.
Exciting.
We good.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and bust these down then. We're going to get right into
Bust
it.
down Tatiana.
So first on the list, you guys, we have the Oscars, and I'm sure you have seen on the internet that it's been circling like wildfire because it was very black and beautiful. I don't know what your Oscar experience was like, but everything on my timeline, every highlight that I saw, it just gave. We were in the building. We were dressed to the nines, as we always do, and we showed up and we collected like we always do. So I love that.
I think the Oscars, from what the few clips that I saw, it seemed like it was a very interesting night. I did see some stuff about Tiana Taylor that made me say, oh,
Yeah.
that was crazy that she would have to deal with some backlash about stuff that was completely innocent.
Yeah.
You know, from the moment when she got into it on the carpet, with the guy being rude to her. Like, I think she was justified in her reasoning. Like, you don't talk to a black woman that way. Don't push, don't shove me. But people in the comments saying like, oh, you just not used to nothing, blah, blah, blah. So I think that was kind of wrong.
Yeah.
But the highlight, when they got the award, and she gave the man like the chokehold, she already said they had a talk behind the scenes, and she said, if you won this award, I was going to give you that.
Right.
And so that's what they did. So I think it was just kind of distasteful for people to kind of put her down in a situation where she was literally just being herself.
Yeah. I think that naturally at big events like this or at stuff like this in general, there is always going to be some rift somewhere naturally. I do think that people did take the time out to make it seem like she was out of place. But I feel like you're never truly out of place when you are speaking up on something that has made you uncomfortable. She could have been a lot more irate. She could have been a lot more hood, the way that everybody was trying to make it seem like she was being. It could have got worse.
Yeah, and that wasn't even hood.
No, it wasn't. It was assertive and it was stern, you know. Granted, she does have people that's on her team that could speak for her, so people probably felt some type of way in that aspect. But the reality of the situation is she also has a mouth and can speak up for
I
herself.
mean, as they say, anytime a black woman opens her mouth with frustration, she's the angry black woman. But I bet you if Taylor Swift would have said, "Don't push me," nobody would have said nothing.
Yeah. Now, that's some drama that was going on at the Oscars, but we have to talk about some highlights at the Oscars because we had Sinners who took home 4 awards.
Shout out to Sinners.
Now, what I love about this is the simple fact of Sinners is simply just on a run right now with award shows being back to back to back. Sinners is showing up and collecting, but they're showing up in so many different ways is insane. So they did take home Best Original Screenplay, as well as Michael B. Jordan did get Best Actor. And then they also got Best Cinematography and another award, which I did not write that one down, but a 4th one. And what makes this such a moment is I love all the BTS and things that's coming out behind how Sinners was created. Just watching Ryan Coogler now next to Jordan Peele being able to mark himself as a solid person in the industry as a filmmaker, just seeing like the culture of how things was on set, just watching BTS videos and different things like that. I think that this was a movie where everybody pretty much showed up very hungry, with a purpose, with a common purpose and a common goal at heart. And I think that this movie did a lot better than us as the masses expected it to. Because I feel like when it first came out, it was a lot of controversy around this film. Like, people didn't completely understand the concept, or if they did understand the concept, it was a lot of back and forth about it. And just to see that in rooms like the Oscars, this movie take home 4 awards, I think is amazing.
I mean, because when you think about the movie, you also got to think about the impact that it had.
Yeah.
Because even when you think about even the level of impact, right? You got to look at the pillars of influence. You got to look at perception, and like forward thinking, right? So what does this do for the culture in the future? And it impacted each one of those pillars.
Yeah.
You know, so for that standpoint alone, the movie did what it was supposed to do. Granted, off rip, people didn't think it was going to do that. But I think also because nobody really understood the basis of the movie at first. At first, before going into it, you think you're just about to watch a horror film. And then when you get there, you're actually watching, you know, Black history in live, you know, in the moment. And so now you got to dissect, this is not what I thought I was going to watch. But it's also not bad, but I also don't know what I just watched. So I got to go back and rewatch with a different lens.
Yeah.
So it caused a lot of questions for people that allowed people to now judge the movie in a different light.
Yeah.
And I think that's what also helped the movie.
It did.
The fact that you couldn't just sit down and get it and it wasn't going to just be another horror film or another like psychological thriller. You actually had to really sit with the information. And the impact of it was, you know, it's set in stone like after a while.
Yeah.
And you had to let it marinate. I think that is what helps the movie continue to grow its legs and then even to now win the awards that it's getting because of that specific piece. And I think Ryan Coogler's brain, doing that is also like something to applaud because he already saw the vision before the world saw it.
Right.
He knew exactly the impact that he wanted to put in place, and he did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to start a little riffraff to actually make an impact, or you just another existing being.
Like you said, he got the conversation started, and that conversation literally made all the difference in the world. So we have to talk about the fact that Michael B. Jordan is now the 7th Black person to win Best Actor.
Yep,
but
and which makes him the 6th man, the 6th Black man.
Now,
my Black brother.
The crowd. Michael B. Jordan right now in audiences and him getting his awards, I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like I have witnessed a room being so in unison about somebody's win in a long time. Like, I feel like as the camera pans around the room to look at people's faces, it's always one person that look like, I don't know why that person got that. You know, like it's always somebody that look a little crazy. Not in this setting, not in none of the things that I have seen of Michael B. Jordan collecting his awards. Everybody has been on one accord in celebration of his success, and I am so here for that. Now, the internet gonna always do what the internet does, right? So I know you saw the clip of Michael B. Jordan going to In-N-Out for his traditional Oscar meal, and you had people that had things to say about it, and it was more so on the negative side of them feeling like he is like race baiting in the sense like you being performative, trying to do certain stuff, and this is just one of those things where it's like people are just looking for something to have to say negative because there isn't really anything negative to say here. But for those of y'all that do not know, Miss Hilary Swank is the person that started this whole tradition. That is not a black woman. That is a white woman, okay? So he's not doing anything performative or anything of that sort. He's literally just going along with the tradition of winners that have come before him. Halle Berry did it before him. You know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington did it before him. There are people who have done it before him. All he's doing is following the tradition. So there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. It's just like when you win the Super Bowl and they say, "What are you gonna do with your win?" I'm going to Disney World.
Exactly.
It's the same shit.
Or when you win a championship, don't they always grab the Gatorade gallon thingy and pour it over the coach?
It's something you do.
It's just certain shit that happens in traditional aspects. Like,
all
it's
that
not
says
that
is
deep.
everybody who's saying something that means you're not in the room.
Obviously, or you don't even
You
think
can't
to
sit with us.
research anything.
You
either.
can't sit with us. Type shit.
Now, I'm going to say this is definitely for the culture. It ain't no way around it.
And it's definitely for the culture for me. And what I will say before we jump out of that is what I appreciate about Michael B. Jordan is it also reminds me of Denzel, right? He's very intentional about his movies. And this is why I am happy that he's getting the accolades that he's getting, because there's not one movie that you can name of a Michael B. Jordan's that was trash.
Yeah.
But also, there's not one movie that you can name that he was in that you can say he seems out of place.
Right.
Or this is not the role for him. Everything is completely intentional. And I think that's why we can watch and appreciate this moment for him. Because it's like, dude, I haven't seen you done no trash work.
Yeah, this is also for the culture because I appreciate the fact that I've been saying this since college, since a professor taught me the idea and the concept of working across the board. Like working with people that are within your class versus trying to work up. I think that they did a great job at that, you know, at finding people within their class that had the same hunger, that had similar integrity, that was equally wanting to be as purposeful with what it was that they was doing and be as impactful as he wanted to be as well. So that also makes it for the culture for me too. So yeah.
So while we're talking about things for the culture, I will say this is a little bit more on the clickbait side for me, but also it's also cultural, but I'll tell you why later. So if y'all don't know, the Jacksons are at it. Like they're going head to head, Jackson versus Jackson. I wonder which state gonna win first. You got Janet versus Jermaine. Now
Jackson on Jackson.
If you don't know, they are beefing right now because the biopic, of course, they did a private screening for the family. Yep. And Janet picked the part that scenes from the beginning to the end. There was nothing she liked about it, even down to being highly critical of her own nephew's performance, from the dancing to the mannerisms to his voice. Yeah. She did not like anything about it. Now, in true nature, Jermaine, his father, is going to come to his defense. Yeah. And he came to his defense with some few choice words for Janet as well, also making it known that you were not a part of this process of bringing it together. So they really did not like her form of opinions that she had when she wasn't even involved, and she had a chance to be involved, so it wasn't like she was being left out. It got good critiques from, you know, his mom, even Janet's boyfriend. Like all of these people had something well to say, but Janet just did not, she wasn't happy. So this has caused some drama within the family. Now if you ask me, I feel like maybe Janet feels as though, you know, it could be relationship based, right? It could be a situation where Janet was so close to Michael that nothing she sees will ever compare to her brother. Right. Which could be the wrong lens to look at it from. Because if you're looking at it from that lens and not the idea of just appreciating the art and the craft of this homage to him, then yes, you're going to nitpick everything because you had a different relationship with Michael that you feel is not being portrayed.
Yeah, or amplified in the film.
Right. So I think that's where she kind of would be wrong in this situation, because I don't think her nephew or Jermaine or anybody else meant any harm by anything they did. And I'm sure Jermaine understands his brother as well.
Yeah.
To the point where he can say, this is it. Like, we greenlit it because this is it.
Yeah. I feel like if the majority of the family is not saying that they're not displaying Michael in a certain light, then I think the majority wins, right? In that case. Allegedly, Janet is underrepresented in the movie, so that might play a role as well. Or she might not really care about how certain things, when she is represented, are portrayed. But I do think if they gave her the opportunity to have input on it from the very beginning, I think that she should have just included herself from that point forward. And it would have been a totally different situation, I feel like, on the back end. I feel like her being a part of it, this film having her touch, having her aura and her energy around with the relationship that she had with her brother, I think it would have made the difference. So I think that for her to have the rebuttals on the back end instead of being a part of the situation is a little, I can't think of a word right now, but I think it is just a little reactive instead of proactive, Like, you had your opportunity to have your input.
It's like setting up a funeral or some arrangements from like a close family member, and you say everybody gets involved, and that one family member purposely isolates themselves, but then has a lot to say at the funeral.
But they hate the funeral from the beginning to the end.
You can't say nothing because we gave you a chance to have an opinion, and
Exactly.
you gave up your opportunity to have an opinion. So
Exactly.
hey,
For whatever
now you
those
just got to live
reasons
with
were,
what you see.
Yeah, for whatever those reasons were, you gave it up. But I don't think it's worth them feuding. I don't think it's that deep. I think the reality of the situation is we won't ever truly capture him at the level of essence that he truly had because he's not here anymore.
Right. Even with
that's
the
just
dancing,
the reality.
like, that's him. He grew up doing that.
Yes.
What, Jermaine just started trying to get this whole character together a few years back, so he had to go through certain training and things like that. But Michael grew up in that.
Yeah. And in this type of thing, not everybody is going to win. You know what I'm saying? Fully. Not everybody's going to win fully. It's a win for the family in general because obviously everybody is for it. The only person who has spoken out that isn't for it is Janet, for real. But it's okay to not win every part of it. Yes, like
mom knows
if
best.
Mom like it, if majority of the siblings could get down with what's going on in it, you know what I'm saying? Like his team members, like it's certain other vital people. And don't get me wrong, Janet is right hand vital, but it's not like they left her out. They gave her the opportunity to be a part of, and she chose to not be, which is how we got here. So with that being said, I would say that this right here, I think this is clickbait. I don't think it's nothing cultural.
And I only give it clickbait too because of the fact that it's gonna help the movie. Because now people want to watch it to see, well, why does Janet hate it so much?
Yep. And now we want to watch it too to see like how y'all, depicted her in this film too, because with her choosing to not be a part of it and somebody else being over what her character does or don't do and all of that other stuff, we gotta just see. But it's definitely giving clickbait to me. I don't think it's that deep to make it a cultural stamp thing.
And with the eyes of the biopic, and it's supposed to be like Michael based because it's not Jackson family based, I can also see why she would be underrepresented because it's really to follow his personal story.
Yeah.
So you might show up in bits and pieces, but I mean, you're not the spouse, you're just the sister. So when I say that, I mean, there's not a lot of moments where you're in every scene, or a lot of scenes.
Yeah.
So we're following his life, like his journey, his walk through his eyes. So there's a lot of moments that's not going to have you in it.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, we have to talk about this moment that's been on the internet because Angela Simmons, or should I now call her Miss Angela Renee, has popped out with some new music. And then also a very interesting yet throwback look. Yeah. With this bustier New York cap situation, my Bob. Okay, so let's go through this music first.
So the song is featuring Jadakiss.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie, I listened to the song and at first I was like, Angela, you're doing music. I'm not expecting that, but you do come from a musical background of a family.
She did
So
give
I'm
us
like,
a snippet.
maybe let's see what it's like. And then I listened to the record and I was like, oh, it's not bad, but
Remember
it's not
she was on.
great, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I loved it.
Remember she was on Angie Martinez's show, and when she did that interview, she gave her she played a little snippet of like what her music would sound like, and it's basically like a spoken word, almost like a poetry type of thing. Jadakiss did what needed to be done. Okay, shout out to the unks. I feel like for Angela, it's missing me. It's missing me. It's missing me. I'd rather her go back into clothing, or I'd rather her go back into shoes, or like do something else. But I don't really think music is her thing. I think that she can be an executive on the side of music. You know what I'm saying? I think that she can work on the production side of music, but I don't really see an artist in her in this element. I don't. And for her to be somebody who is fairly artistic when it comes to like fashion related stuff, or just being pretty tasteful in a sense. I mean, she did have little Katie bands, you know what I'm saying, little stuff. She had little moments, but for the most part, she does a really good job at fashion related stuff, or lifestyle stuff, or workout, gym content, you know.
See,
like
in this instance, that's what I'll look at it as though too. Like almost like lifestyle, right? Kind of like when we go back to saying like a lot of people these days have a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a career move, but I do think it's gonna be like a leisure move where she hops in and out of.
Okay.
I want to do a song today. I want to do a song tomorrow.
It's fun right now.
I'm gonna give y'all a little song for the gym, or I'm gonna give y'all a little song to get ready to.
That's fair.
Type shit.
That's why you got money.
You give me.
You could just do shit.
You give me mood music, right? You give me something for a mood. Not technically because you're really like you want to be the next Grammy Award winning artist.
Yeah.
More so, I just want to do music, and I woke up this morning and I like this song, and I like.
So
this
is my thing.
Out.
This is my thing. I don't mind that being the thought process. I don't want it to be displayed the way that it is.
No, for
so that's my problem, right? Cool. You don't want to be a Grammy Award winning artist. You don't want all this other stuff. But can we do these spoken words in a stop laughing?
No, you called them spoken words.
They are spoken words. They're spoken words. If anybody in the room does not believe that these are spoken words, please tell me that I'm lying. These are spoken words. I think how it's being displayed is my issue. I'd rather it be done with that feel in mind. The feel of it is just something for me to release. The feel of it's just something for me to create. Walking down the street, having the New York stoop kid post up, standing in the middle. You got Jadakiss out there, full blown rapping and all that shit. It's crazy when it's supposed to be like a spoken word. So it's like, I'm confused. It give you trying to sort of kind of be an artist. You artisan a little. And then what is being written comes off like spoken word. So that's why I'm like, it's just a disconnect. I think that she just need to figure out a better way to display what it is that she's doing. I don't know. Maybe you could listen to her. You know what? You know when her daddy used to be in the tub? Stop laughing. I'm so serious. This is not a joke. She could be the person that you play while you sitting in the tub with your candles.
Stop, because I'm gonna cry.
I'm so serious. Like how Andre 3000 had like a flute album. Like, just like something that you could listen to as like words of affirmation. She ain't doing this right. Angela, you ain't doing this right. Call me.
This is not supposed to be this funny.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm trying to be serious. Because she not doing it right. She trying to give us Jenny from the block. And it's not giving that. And then, let's talk about the name change.
The whole time you saying that, all I hear is, if you want it, if you want it.
So, the name change is something else. Angela Renee. It's just giving me my space. But even bigger, the Renee part is what's supposed to make her sound like a poet. The Angela Renee Tell me Angela Renee don't give Lil Poet.
A little indie
Exactly. You see what I'm
Sometimes I
saying?
watch my booty. Sometimes I don't.
You see? But that's why she just need to keep it like very spoken word. Like I just think go spoken word, let it be words and affirmations, let it be like an audio that like how they have like rain sounds in rainforests and stuff. Like, no, that's a real thing. Stop looking at me stupid. That's real.
White noise?
Yes, but not white noise. She's saying affirmations to you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, man. I know what I mean. I just know that this ain't the way. That's all I know. This ain't the way. At least she look good. Whatever the workout regimen is, I see the results. You know what I'm saying? I'm for it. The look. At her press run, she had the New York ball cap bustier thing. I'm trying to figure out where y'all lived at. Well, y'all ain't never saw that put on nobody's body before. No.
They did that all the time.
I swear, now that's something that's dated back to like 2016, 2017 too. The girls had a run with the ball caps, with the baseball caps as the titty cups to a bustier. That was a thing. It's not my thing. And I don't think that it was tailored properly for her body type. I think if them hats was a little bit more cinched and it would have held her boobies up a little higher, it would have rolled over a little better. But, Angela, I get what we going for. I do. I think that we are missing the mark. So I would just advise going back to the drawing board and, like, revisiting how this rollout process will happen, because it's not impossible to happen. It's just a disconnect that's happening.
Right. All jokes aside to what you said about the spoken word, I think what needs to happen in Angela's situation, and this is me being total honest, you know, I'm always like joking, but in seriousness, in her case, I think what needs to be done first before the music is defining her reason. Right? Why are you doing music? What do you want people to feel when they hear your music? And what do you want them to see? Yeah. Right? Because if you're going to give me high glam on a spoken word song, it might not mix, because it's like you said, now it seems confused. Are you trying to be like a singer, or are you just trying to find other avenues to push your poetry in a more receptive way? Because if that's the case, then give us the looks. You know, let us feel like poetry. You know, give us that feel, give us that aesthetic, give us that mood, that color scheme, give us all that. So like even with the party, give us something that feels like a speakeasy. Yeah. Like that way we can dissect the music, because it seems as though the energy around it is this what you want us to feel.
Real New York and what you writing and not serving it.
Do it again.
It's giving real New York. You know what I'm saying? Real uptown, downtown, your town. Yeah, but what would you go say? This for the culture or this clickbait?
I have to give it clickbait.
This is definitely clickbait. Angela, my God, we have to get this together, sister.
Sorry, Angela.
We do. We really do. We really do. It's not impossible, but we got to get there. We ain't there yet, but we on our way.
Now, while we're talking about things for clickbait, oh my God, Jack Harlow to the front. Now, if y'all don't know, Jack Harlow just put out a new album called My Nigga.
That boy album named Monica. But I'm with you on the My Nickel. I'm with you.
So, if y'all don't know, he just put out his album. And in this album, on his press tour, literally Jack Harlow said out of his mouth, he's gotten blacker. Yeah. Now, if you ask me, I've saw people who've gotten blacker who done it way better. Justin Bieber got blacker.
I would just say, what is getting blacker?
I don't even know. How do you get blacker? Can we unpack that?
I would love to know.
Like, what does blacker mean? Like, you got gold teeth, you got a little curly hair, you change your eye colors from blue to brown. What, you wear darker colors?
You started saying my nickel.
My nigga.
Like, I just want to know.
Like, how do we get blacker? Because I want to get blacker.
And so what I can say from context of the conversation is, it seems like he was saying, instead of deviating and going like the white route or the country route or the contemporary route, he decided to try to dig more into his R&B neo soul bag. So I'm assuming that that's what he meant by saying gotten blacker. Like, he has soaked his oats.
See, but my problem is this felt forced. Yeah. Like, on your last album,
you get blacker than this one.
Yes, because you got a song on there, something for the family. Like, I can't remember the record name, but that one felt more black than this shit.
Yeah.
And when I say this shit, I actually mean this shit. You said that, like, when you did this album, you seemed like you were trying too hard.
Yes.
It's like, okay, let me find
Another
something
one
that
bites
makes
the
me
dust.
I don't like the idea of feeling like I'm forced to
Yeah.
feel like you want to sit at the picnic versus I didn't ask Justin Bieber to come sit at the picnic. He showed up and
No.
we said, you belong.
He just like them white people did in Sinners. He showed up to that door. He sung, and we let him in because he
Exactly.
sound like one of us. Now,
Post Malone. Post
Yeah.
Malone. We just let Post Malone in. He didn't have to try.
yeah.
I feel like this album is trying.
So this is my thing. Previous music has definitely been blacker.
Yes.
This project right here was very mid. And like I said, in Angela's situation, it's not connecting. It's not there. Like the gotten blacker that he think he has gotten has not translated in that
Right.
music. It didn't feel soulful. It didn't feel like he was speaking to us. It didn't feel like he was yearning in the
Right.
music.
And I
it
said with
didn't.
love too, by the way.
Yeah, me.
Because
and
I'm a Jack Harlow fan.
Me too. I really fuck with Jack Harlow. I actually say, I always say his quote every second. I don't know why the hell my brain is going blank right now.
Because I feel like with this
But-
album, instead of him getting on radio and saying, "Oh, I got blacker," I feel like he should have came with something of more, "Hey, you know,
I was
I'm
trying
a
something
fan
new.
of the soulful music or the soulful sound, and I wanted to try it." Like, bring it to us as if this has been like a unknown genre that you have loved forever and you have not been able to really showcase it or indulge, and this was your way of showing homage. Do the Starbucks method. Starbucks, when they went into Italy, Starbucks really stole Italy's entire frame of coffee.
And you see, for me, I feel like this. You ain't got to steal shit. You literally could have just showed up,
Show
said
up,
that I'm
just show
giving
up.
y'all a new sound. You ain't
Well, it
have
ain't
to
new. You
identify
ain't
it.
created. It ain't
no,
new.
but it's a new sound from him.
Okay.
So all he had to do was say, I'm giving y'all a new sound and a new feel from me. It might be a little different. I attempted to get into I was diving into neo soul and R&B around the time that I created the album. But the Gotten Blacker part, we could
Or
have
just
left
not
out.
even say it.
It's
Just
not-
let the people
Yeah,
see
just let
it.
the people absorb it, and that's it.
And I go back to Justin's album. When Justin put out his album, we all said, this shit sound like a nigga. Like, this shit sound black.
It's just, it has
And then,
soul.
only thing he had on there, was Drewski saying, you sound blacker on this album. But who it came from a black person. Like, they
Yeah.
were smart. They didn't
Yeah.
have Justin say, I wanted to be sound blacker. It came from Drewski.
And you see, I don't think Jack Harlow meant no harm
Me
by
neither.
saying this or anything like that. So y'all please know that we are taking no offense to this
If y'all try to
At
chew me up in the comments,
all.
that's fine.
at all.
I bite back.
Again, it's just not connecting. Like, the music is not giving soulful. It's not giving Gotten Blacker. I feel like stuff that was previously put out was blacker. So with that
Yeah.
being said,
Even
I
the
did
song he
get to,
just had with Doja Cat was way more blacker than this.
yeah, I did get to listen to a couple of the songs on the project, and again, I wasn't necessarily moved. So with that being said, I'm gonna say that this right here was clickbait. It was
Clickbait.
clickbait with the intent to make us go listen to his album, and I think that
It was clickbait.
once we have actually taken a listen, right, we feel like the Gotten Blacker thing should just be null and void at this point because you didn't.
Right. It's
You
one of
did
them
it.
situations where you kind of say too much and you kind of fuck yourself up.
Yeah.
This is one of them situations where you should have just put it out there to the people, let them decide where it's to be placed. Because
Yeah.
you telling us you want it to be black, now we
Now
gotta
we
look
gonna
at
judge
you
it
and say,
extra black.
all right, so let me see how black this shit really is.
Yeah.
And the bad part
And
to
it's
that
giving
is
appropriation.
you exactly. I was gonna say
Appropriation.
you set yourself up to now be judged as like cultural appropriation,
Yep.
a culture vulture.
Yep.
Because what happens
Which I don't
is,
think he is.
if you come
but
out of your mouth and say I was trying to be more black, it poses the first question we started with: What the
What is
fuck
that?
is black?
Yeah.
Because music is just music, and music is supposed to be enjoyed as you see fit. Whether it sounds, because white people can make black music sound white all the time, and black people make white music
Yeah,
sound
we see
white
it and hear it,
but it
all the
should not
time.
have a color.
Nope.
So the fact that you had to define a color is what opened you up to so much judgment.
Now you got to get the extra hard black ass judgment.
Right.
And now you're getting it, and it was not done the way that we needed it to be done.
Understand that being black is not just a color; it's a feeling.
Yes.
It is a moment. It is
a lifestyle.
a vibe. It's
Yes.
a lifestyle. Like, this is, you can't just jump in this shit. You gotta
Yeah.
be this shit.
Like, that soul comes from experiencing certain things, and it's like, not to say that other races can't experience it. You for sure can, because life happens to everyone. But rolling it out like this was probably one of the worst things he could have possibly done.
Yeah. So for me, this is definitely clickbait. I think from the terminology used, I think sad part is I feel like it all was intentional.
Even Monica almost slightly pissed me off.
My nigga.
It almost did, but whatever. Now, you guys, we got to talk about Cardi B, who just recently released her hair growth line, and that is Grow Good Beauty. Now, what makes this such a moment is the fact that if y'all have been following Cardi B and her natural hair journey, she has always been very forward about her natural crown. She is known for her onion mask that she puts on her hair, and her avocado mask, and all her Dominican girl ways with oil treatments and formulas and different things like that, and using the plastic bag from the grocery store to let all that good stuff steam up. Like, Cardi has always been somebody that has been very open about her hair journey. And I think that this is actually something that will be really good for her, because we have the proof in her natural crown. So this line is currently in its pre-launching phase. So she's just doing media runs and different things like that, and releasing teasers as the line is subject to come out later on, closer to the summer. But we will definitely be able to look forward to her having oils. She'll have repair formulas. She'll have scalp care, and she'll also have a bunch of different deep conditioners to help with people's natural hair. So I'm excited. I will actually try this stuff, because I feel like hair texture wise, my natural hair texture would be closer to somebody like Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
And I would try her line just simply because I feel like I have one of those mixed girl hair textures where it's kind of confusing. Like, some days it has its black girl ways, and then other days it act a little Hispanic, and then it act a little Indian, and it depends on what is going on. So I'm excited to see how her hair care line performs. We've seen Cardi try to do clothes, and that was like here and gone. You know, we ain't hear much about it. But I think hair care might be something that she will be able to sustain in for real.
I mean, I definitely can see this for Cardi B, because if we know anything about her journey, she's been really open about her hair care.
Yeah, she Dominican.
Products that she used. She went in like natural products as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we saw her put avocado and
Mm-hmm.
eggs and shit in her hair on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw her do this stuff. So it's like, it can be believable. So I'm kind of enjoying watching her come out with like a beauty care line for hair, because it's on brand.
Yeah.
Now, people in the comments was definitely saying, oh, you shouldn't buy brands like this from people like Cardi B because they got money to do X, Y, and Z. But I think all that's bullshit. I think if you really know Cardi B, you know that she actually been on a hair growth journey. Like, we saw when
we watched her go from shoulder length hair to top of her butt hair. So,
I support it. Go Cardi. This is for the culture.
Yeah, I support it too. Now, once Cardi dropped her announcement, Sacred also popped up with their own little announcement as well about some of their new formulas and different things that they'll be working on too. So I'm almost sure that, you know, in the hair world, because we know Rihanna got it locked down for the cosmetics. Many girls jump in and out of cosmetics and might try to box with Riri, but she's holding it down. So it seemed like there is going to be a indirect competition and or hair war about who hair products are the best pretty soon.
Man, I think there's always gonna be like
what's the
competition, because that's what the whole nature of the business is. Like, no one person can do an entire thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Rihanna's making it look easy, of course, but she has competitors as well.
Yeah.
In a situation like this, though, I think with Secret and what would make her different from Good Girl is that Secret is its own brand of
It's
other
Secret.
things. Secret.
Same difference.
Same difference. It's all red the same.
Secret.
But no, I guess 'cause when I first saw it, I kept saying Secret, and that shit was not Secret. It's Sacred.
Yeah. You go.
But yeah, I think for them, for Beyonce and Sacred, it's a different level of hair textures that she also focuses
Yeah.
on. She focuses on black girl hair,
Yeah.
and it's in the branding. Black girl hair, like all of this stuff is what she has pushed.
Yeah.
Now granted, could its utilization be used for other hair types?
For sure.
For sure.
Because
Just
they
like,
do a good job at
just like
showing
Mac
a
and
bunch of
Fenty
different people.
products.
Yeah.
But its undertone was for black girls to
Yeah.
have something to go to. The same thing with Cardi B.
And she's
Cardi B's is for Dominican hair
and
or
she's
hair
leaning
textures
into
like
that
hers.
Dominican, the whole rollout and everything. Get
Exactly.
very, you getting a Dominican blowout. Baby.
So the purpose of that is, at least when people shop with them, they know why they're shopping with them.
Yeah.
So it's more intentional.
Yeah.
Now you might have somebody like you who can kind of dabble in both.
Yeah.
And you would have to be set to decide which one works better or which one do I like.
Right.
Or which one from what budget of the year
Right.
that I can work with. Because maybe this year I can't afford Sacred, but I can
Right.
afford some Good
Right.
Girl.
Right.
You know, it's like shopping at Ulta versus Sephora.
Yeah.
You feel like whatever my pockets can deem toward this year or this month, that's where I'm going.
Right.
But you don't like any of them any less.
Yeah, that's fair. Would you say that Cardi B coming out with this hairline and the rollout thus far is for the culture or is clickbait?
I would say it's for the culture in the beauty world. I would give it that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in the context of just like what she's doing is definitely clickbait, but it's good clickbait because
Yeah.
it's clickbait to drive sales to her product. So.
Yeah, I would call it right now clickbait because we don't have any actual products on the shelf to say what cultural shift is doing
Right.
in the beauty industry in reference to hair. And like you said, when you think about Sacred, though Sacred and Beyonce's formulas were to target black hair, it was able to translate over so many different cultures and races. So those are the things to me that will make a hair brand cultural, you know? So I would call it clickbait for now, but it's not bad clickbait.
Mhm.
Not at all. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. Now, some things that I am excited to see happen because I said this from the beginning when it first happened. The WNBA. So if
Mhm.
y'all don't know, the WNBA has now seen some salary cap increases.
Yep.
$7 million
Yep.
per team.
They went from like 1.5 million
Yes.
per team to 7 million.
And
now.
I remember we were highly critical of what those girls was getting paid back when like Angel Reese
Mhm.
and those girls had first got drafted to the WNBA.
Yeah.
But also, I think what people forget is that the WNBA at that time, even though it wasn't like a new franchise because we knew of the WNBA
Right.
for a while, it was still a growing franchise because it wasn't like the major
It wasn't
hit.
the main.
Everybody goes to the NBA. Nobody looks at the WNBA like that. It's just like a secondary thing. It's like
yeah.
going out to Canada to play ball.
Yeah.
Like it was just something to do for that genre of people.
Right.
But now the WNBA is becoming a lot more prominent.
Yeah.
Like people are watching them. They're getting their own like the ticket sales are going up even
Yeah.
down here like the Atlanta Dreams. I'm right over there by their stadium and that stadium be packed with people.
Yeah.
And it
I've been
seems
to a
like
few of their games.
to get even tickets to the games now are sold out so quick. So just think about the growth of the entire franchise. I
Yeah.
think this is good for them because now it's setting them up for it. Now we got more salary. Guess what happens now? We got more salary. That means we're gonna get more TV time. More TV time mean more endorsements. More
Yep.
endorsements mean more brand deals for the individual players. More individual
Everybody
players,
has
more
more
brand deals.
opportunity
You find
to make
bigger
money.
superstars.
For sure.
Because now, when we got more superstars in the WNBA becomes a more driving force in the NBA world.
Right.
You know, to the point where you might have its own WNBA playoffs weekend. You know, WNBA, whatever. Like, it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's a growing culture that is great to see. Like, even down to now, these girls get a 25% revenue share
Yep.
for all players. Maternity leave. So all of these things are good. Like they didn't have it at first.
Yeah.
So I think this is great to see. I love to see women getting their just dues. You know.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about this partnership because, like you said, it was needed. It was needed, and it's like due time. The girls are actually putting in the groundwork as far as making noise for them, and I feel like that is exactly what they were supposed to do. You have to start the chain reaction. So if we make enough noise, we work hard enough, we show them our level of influence. You have the Angel Reeses, you have the Ajas, you have the Raquels, you have the Caitlins, you have all of these girls that are going to get their own brand deals and partnerships outside of WNBA work. And you're noticing how much influence that these women actually have in and out of the arena. So I think it's well deserved. I think it is about time, you know? And I see nothing but growth happening from this point in reference to the WNBA. But that's all that we have been seeing, honestly, within like the last 2 years, I would say. It has been pretty consistent growth around the ladies in the WNBA. So this is exciting.
Yeah.
$1 million deals upon everybody.
You get a money. You get a check. You get a check. You get a check. You get a check. You get a deal.
Fuck it, give me a ball. I'll do it.
Okay.
Now, while we talk about things that was in the news, we have to also talk about somebody who recently passed, as Miss Kiki Shepard passed away at 74 years old from a heart attack. And for those of you who don't know who she is, Miss Kiki Shepard is the host from Showtime at Apollo.
The original voice.
Listen, we used to love to see Kiki. I was an Apollo kid. I thought I was going to be on Apollo. Did you?
We all thought.
I was going to say, because you was definitely one of those talent kids.
I had dreams of like being like, yes, I'm gonna get older. I'm gonna go to the Apollo, do my little one too.
Yeah, I
And
just
I'ma
knew
tell
I
them
was
I'm a
going to go
striker
on the
and
Apollo
striker
and
from
dance.
Apollo. And I'm
See
like,
what I'm saying?
There we go.
Yep.
And then I got older and the Apollo just got.
Yeah, we just sort of kind of stopped watching it, and then it just
They tried to bring it
went
back,
away,
and
then they
never
tried
the
to bring it
same.
back. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
never the same.
Well, yes. Well, we want to send our love and condolences to Miss Kiki Shepard's family and friends and loved ones, as I'm sure this is a hard time, but may her legacy live on, because all of us, 30 plus people, are Apollo kids.
Listen, I feel like this when you talk about Kiki Shepard, Apollo, and just like her voice, like how it became a staple. She is like what MC Light is now with all the award
for
shows.
all the BT award shows, for sure.
MC Light voices on every award show right now.
Kiki walked so MC could run.
Right. So shout out to her, shout out to the family and her legacy. The legacy lives on. We love you, Kiki.
Yeah. Now let's go ahead and take this on out, because we got some music stuff going on. And let's go ahead and get this done.
Yeah, so while we're talking about, things that's happening in the culture, we got a few festivals that's coming up. That is gonna be big. You got Lollapalooza, Complex Con, you got Lil Wayne's concert, you got the Roots Picnic, which Jay-Z will be performing at for the free.
So, Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza is a huge festival. The lineup of people that are on it is insane. From Charlie, is it XCX?
Charlie XCX.
Yep.
I like her.
I do too.
like
I got
her.
a couple of songs in my phone.
I actually like her.
I got a couple of songs in my phone, and I used her music on at least like 2 posts on my Instagram page. But I like their lineup because it's so colorful. Like, it's so many names, it's so many type of people. It's just literally amazing. I feel like there's somebody there for everybody, and that's the best part about a festival. So I'm excited to see how that rollout is. But Lollapalooza has been around for a long time, and it's something that a lot of people go to. So I'm sure it's going to be a overall amazing show. We have to lay around for it and actually see what the people come up with, because something else that scares me about these festivals when there's so many names is like, how do you really, as the person that's attending, the attendee, how do you really soak up everything that's happening when it's so many people that is here that's performing in so many stages and so much movement? But I'm sure we'll hear about the logistics.
Yeah, in situations like that, it's kind of like they're leaning on you to also get like the best
Choose your favorite
tickets as well. So like the higher one, so you can kind of see everybody.
Yeah.
You have like the floor access. near the stage, like all of this stuff. So it makes it easier for you to kind of just want to involve your whole day. And then also that's what happens because they tend to stay out there all day, so they can see everybody.
Yeah, just park it.
Like just park and don't leave.
Park it.
Get you a
sit
tent,
yourself
set it
there.
up, don't leave.
Yep,
So
tent cooler.
that's usually the goal, and I think that's why sometimes it works out. But then you have people like us who just show up for the time of the people that we want to see.
We are those people.
You know, and I think that has become new festival culture.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of friends who just went to Jazz in the Gardens, and they said the same thing. Like one of my homegirls, she said she bought a 2-day pass, but she only went at 5 o'clock on both days.
Oh, okay.
She didn't see none of the other performers because the performers that she wanted to see all performed after 5.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like that's how the majority of the people will maneuver amongst a festival. Now, we also have Complex Con.
Yeah.
Which is back upon us, and they also made the announcement that Jay-Z and the Roots will be the headliners for that, so that's going to be exciting. And with Jay-Z just re-releasing his 20th anniversary to his album, and his audience asking for music or just asking for him in general, I think that this is going to be something that they are extremely ecstatic about.
Jay-Z said, y'all ain't getting no music, but I'll give y'all my body.
I'll walk through and say, what's up, how y'all doing, don't get nothing on you. Yeah.
Not getting nothing on you.
And so we gotta stay around for that as well. I'm sure that'll have a lot of buzz around it. And then we got Lil Wayne that announced that he's gonna have his 20th anniversary tour, and that tour will feature 2 Chainz and The Game.
Fire, man. Fire.
I'm excited. I'm excited for Wayne tour because I feel like he needs this for him.
Yeah.
I think he need this for him more than he needed for anybody else. I feel like I might be like reading through to his Libra soul. But Wayne is one of those people that I feel like he ain't got his flowers the way that he deserves his flowers. And I think that he feel like at some point the industry counted him out for whatever reasons, right? And I think that this 20th anniversary tour is going to refuel the fire in him that he needs to make him feel like, okay, a job well done. Like, I did my job. The level of impact that I have, I know for a fact that I have it. Here are my people. Like, my timelessness in my music is still there. I'm still the people's favorite rapper. Like, it is what it is. I feel like this tour is going to do something for him personally. And it's also going to feed his audience who has always been people that are diehard Wayne fans. So it's like, I think it's perfect timing. It's perfect timing. He didn't get Super Bowl placement in his city. He's upon his 20 years. It's like, why not? Why not?
Shout out to Wayne.
Would you attend that concert? I would.
I would.
I would.
I would.
I definitely would. As long as he's performing stuff from the last 20 years, then we cool. Like how Chris Brown did. It's like, why not?
Yeah,
I think
I would actually attend Wayne's concert.
these are the best kind of concerts to go to versus going to a concert that's just for an album. I'd rather the concert be for your career.
I like catalog.
Yes, catalog concerts over an album concert any day is the way for me.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. And then 2 Chainz does no wrong. Shout out to 2. Love him. And then The Game, Jayceon, he just fine. I don't even care what he talking about.
I know none of his music.
You do know some Game stuff, but it's okay.
Name one.
No, I'm not even doing it.
One blood.
That's a super old one.
I forgot.
The one with him and Jeremiah that he just put out. Met her at a Tiller show. She said something. I'm that nigga though. No? Oh my God. Where have you been? He just put out a song not too long ago. Like last year.
So let me be honest. Like, I don't listen to The Game. I mean, he cool. I know some records, but I don't know them by name.
Thug was featured on this.
I probably know Thug's verse.
This is crazy. This is crazy shit. The game has a decent amount of songs. Granted, he released some newer music not too long ago, but it was more like singles. He dropped random singles from time to time. I will
definitely say I can't say fan because I think fan sounds like super fan. I was a supporter of The Game. right? So I have listened to his music.
You're obviously not a
And I
fan.
know I have it in my phone. Like right now, I have a few select songs. I just don't know them by name.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that song.
Sounds like you
right
can't
now.
think of them either.
No, I really couldn't in that moment. But I already told you why I'm here. I'm here because he fine. I don't care about what he talking about. I already stated my stance from the beginning. And I can almost guarantee you that 80% of the women that's going to be there to see Jason going to be there just because he fine.
I know he was in G Unit.
And he fine. That's it. So we can wrap that up. We going to the concert. No?
Wrap it up.
Cool. Take us out, Jackson. You Jackson because I'm Johnson.
Yeah, J&J.
Yeah. Do it.
Do it now.
Take us out.
Get on the ground.
You don't want to take us out, Jackson?
Sure.